that something now you want to go get back?
I believe, yeah, I want the revenge, man. I want my revenge. I think inactivity played a big part. It's quite hard because obviously the past 2.5 years, what had gone on, not fighting back here to then coming home to this, it took me back. It did take me back. In a good way and in a bad way, when I was sitting there going, oh my gosh, this is unbelievable. And then in the same breath, there's just a lot of new first times for me today. First stadium fight, first time fighting back here in three years. First fight at 160. You know, I had Eubank hurt multiple times, 3-4 times in there, noticeably. Just couldn't get a finish. You know, so I'll make sure for next time that finishes there.
Question for Nigel, so down here.
Yeah.
Eddie touched on it, Conor's just spoke about it, what was going on in the past 2.5 years and what you all have been through. As a father, to see Conor sell out Tottenham Stadium and then fight like that, how did you feel tonight?
I felt good, you know, when I take my hat off to Chris. He performed well. You know, that's what it was about. And to me, you know, I don't think Conor performed to his best of his ability. Was winging a lot of shots and not knocking my son because I love my son. I've always got his back. But you know, we all have defeats and he'll come back from this. I'm glad that he's like, you know, he's lost lost the fight. Now he can go back to the drawing board and know where he went wrong. Take his time, he'll come back. Because I know he's got a heart to be a winner. And that's all he wants to do. And you know, to be at the ring for 14 months. And in fact, well, I was actually really impressed with Chris Eubank Jr. He's done really well, stood his ground, done 12 hard rounds. But you know, Conor come back, he'll be a better fighter. You know, we've got a lot to go back. Well, not a lot to go back, just to be able to take his time. First time at 160, yeah, I think he done really well. So I'm proud of him, mate. We lose our draw, I'm proud of my son. Just that we good. We thought we were going to even the score, but you know, he'll go back and try again, just like I did.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jordan Jarrett Bryan, Channel 4 News. Conor, I was fortunate enough to spend a couple of days with you, your family and your team in preparation for this fight and saw firsthand the work and the efforts and commitment you put in to preparing for this fight. Knowing all of that and what you did put into preparing for this, how much does it hurt and how does it feel to have not got the result that I know you've worked so hard to? And if I can, as a follow-up, Nigel, the dad, what the next couple of days do you say to Conor now to just get him through, keep his head up and keep his spirits high?
I mean, you go first, but yeah, I mean, it's hurt me. It hurts, of course. No one likes to lose. Close fight, not close fight. You know, you gotta be harsh on yourself. You know, and I look at myself and go, this ain't good enough for me. You know, winning the public or entertaining the public is. I want to win, man. I don't work hard to lose. You know, I give everything I have, everything. I made sacrifices that were so hard to make. You know, but I just need to do better.
Kevin Garcia with Fight Hype. My question's for Eddie Hearn. Eddie, I've covered a lot of your fights. You've always been supportive of your fighters, but can you talk about the emotional impact this seems to be having on you and why this fight seems to, you know, affect you a little bit more than normal?
You know, I'm crazy for it all, but you know, we've been through a lot with Conor. I wanted to win just as much as Conor and Tony and Nigel, and you know, we're a team. But I think that for me, when the final bell went, everyone was looking around. My dad was over there. We've got it. We've got it. Frank Borum was sitting next to me, maybe a little bit biased as well. You won it. You won it. And I thought, it's just the last 2 rounds. I thought it's going to go either way, but I was kind of like when I heard the scorecards, I couldn't even be bothered to moan because I was just so proud of him. And it wasn't that I didn't think he could win, but I didn't think he could do that. I didn't think he could stand and trade an exchange with a middleweight over 12 rounds and still just fire back, fire back, fire back, fire back. I mean, when you're reading social media, you're reading the response to Conor Benn, and the thing that chokes me up is the switch, the change. Because when you know Conor Benn, you will always back him 1,000,000% for everything he's been through, because he's got a very clean heart and he's a good young man. So when I see him get the criticism, it kind of gives me the hump, because I know he gives it 110% every day of the week. So to see the response, and I know the British public, and I know what's about to happen, in defeat even, this kid's become a superstar tonight, a superstar across the Atlantic. And you know, I have to say as well, we've got to think about what we're going to do next, because he showed tonight he's a world-class fighter, and he can win world titles at 147 and 154. And as he said, he didn't fight for money tonight. He made a lot of money, and we know, you know, we've got a rematch. It's up at 160, but this kid has an unbelievable future in the sport. He could be a superstar of the sport in this country. He could be filling arenas, filling stadiums. And it's not just about throwing him straight back into a war, trying to avenge a defeat in a weight class that he probably shouldn't be in. I think he can win a rematch. And I think it's the biggest fight in Britain, one of the biggest in the world. But we've got to think carefully what we do, because he's been through an unbelievable amount. Unbelievable amount. And again, what I'm so proud of is how he absorbed the occasion tonight.
Eddie, you kind of just answered it a little bit, but Conor's alluded to wanting the rematch. But